Are we going off for 3 minutes still? Do you want to wait a bit? Or?
Welcome back to YouTube, Derby fans. We are live and direct from Mount Warren Sports Centre. My name is Eddie McPants on Fire. You can also call me Pants. And alongside me,
it's Joey Scar.
Yeah.
Together we make Scar Pants.
Yes. or Scar on Fire or something like that. It sounds painful no matter which way you slice it.
Nothing sounds good.
No. That's excellent. This is where we want it. We are here for Gold Coast Roller Derby, the Sea Bombers, and they're taking on the Potluck team, which is a mixture of players from all over Queensland that have been thrust together to form a team for Tropicarnage 2014. We're going to go quickly through the teams. We've got a couple of minutes up our sleeve before the official start of the game. Camera today is also being done by Psycho Dyko. You would have heard her earlier today with myself, so you can blame her for all the awesome camera work that's going to be ensuing. First up, we have Gold Coast Roller Derby Sea Bombers. We have 1-6 Killer Jewel, 1-8 Double D, 2-0 Sammy Cyanide, 2-2 Cat Debrat, 2-4 Shell Razor under the TMNT banner, 2-8 Cornbread, number 5 Poker Hot Ass, 5-1 Skaterpede, 5-3 Pest, 6-9 Luscious Lucy, S89 the Stiffmeister, and the bench manager is Noisy Boy with the alternate Napalm. Joey's going to call out the Potluck team though.
Okay, I've never called these girls before, so this will be new.
Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg. It's a German word, you have to give me for that. What's it to ya? Little dirty secret. Peacekeeper, Crank, Esta La Vista, Crazed Haze, Kesmo, Skull and Destroy, Quiet to Riot, Candy Pain, Nasha Scott Destroyer, Ashes to Smashes, Nurse Devastated, and Sick Note.
Fantastic stuff. We've also got a coach and a bench manager, I believe.
Peacekeeper and Ebola. I'm having a little bit of headphone problems with my headphones, so I'm just trying to work that out. But
can you hear anything, Joey?
Barely.
Barely. All right. Well, we'll try and keep you in touch with what's going on, and we'll try not to talk over each other too much. So we're just waiting for everyone to come on the track and get things underway. We've certainly had a wonderful tournament so far, Joey. A lot of great action on the track and some really amazing scores, but everything's starting to head towards finals now. It's getting very exciting.
Yeah, teams are really getting fired up. You see a lot of teams playing hard, pulling out the big strategies to try and win this thing.
Absolutely. And now we're getting ready for the start. So we've inside 10 seconds left to go. And we are going to start off with Sick Note for Potluck up against 2-4, which is Shell Razor. Shell Razor, one of the powerhouse jammers for the Sea Bombers. So we're just going to let things play out and see how they go. Both lots of jammers doing excellently, but it's Shell Razor getting forced to the back. So we have Sick Note in front. So working away through the inside and going to the outside there as well. So that was huge. Who was that?
Sick Note hanging on well there.
That was a massive block there inside. I think that was number 96. So that's, I don't know, that would maybe in Luscious Lucy. I'm not sure. Some of the numbers not matching up with what we're seeing on the field so far. It's always exciting for us when they give us the sheet of paper. And who's that? They're not even on the list. Oh, well.
Sick Note wrapping up 5 points there for the Potluck team.
Well, that's good. She got the 5-point pass. So we have... Coming up, we have Kesimo and 1-6, which is Killer Jewel. Killer Jewel, I think, barely surviving the last bout. She almost got fouled out. That the Gold Coast played anyway. And here we are.
This is only the second time Potluck have played with each other in this tournament, but they've been working well. The first bout, they really came together as a team.
Yeah, they gelled well.
Pulled off some good strategies, so it'll be interesting to see what they do in this second bout of theirs.
It was a very close bout as well, so we would expect that Potluck may be able to do quite well, perhaps pull off a victory today, but Gold Coast, to their credit, they're a well-established team. They know each other inside and out. But it's Kesimo who's gone through on a 5-point pass. So Potluck opening up the early lead just to get things going. And she's through again, so that's another 5-point pass. Looks like Kilajul got pinged, so she's been sitting in the bin for the last little bit. And she's back on the track now, so she's going to try and get through. Kesimo saying, nah, I'm just going to call that off now before you even have a chance.
Scoreboard just being updated there. It was a little bit slow, but now as you can see, Gold Coast are on 0, Potluck are on 19.
Oh, they've opened up that lead very quickly. Panty's being thrown, so the pivot getting the panty there from the benchy. We have Shellraiser back on for the Gold Coast Sea Bombers, and we also have number 7, which is...
Crazed Haze out there.
Crazy Pain, is it? Or Candy Pain?
Oh, is it?
I think it's Candy Pain.
Candy Pain.
Yep. We'll work it all out.
We'll get there.
I'm sure you guys at home can see things nicely through the high definition, much better than we can through our own eyes. My eyes are really stuffed, actually. But it's fun to watch these blockers going on. Cornbread doing a great job there. She brought down one of the Potluck team, Ashes to Smashes. So the blockers causing a lot of havoc inside also early on.
There are some big names in this Potluck team, a lot of well-known names coming together.
That's right. There's certainly some legends of Queensland Derby. We have Soul and Destroy for Potluck, and also we have Ziggy,
Ziggy Gnarly.
There you go, Ziggy Gnarly on for...
A well-known player in the Gold Coast side.
Yep, so good that she didn't even have to get on the list. Awesome.
They can't make it too easy for us as commentators.
No way. Especially for us out-of-towners like myself. Very fast, Ziginali rocketing around the track, but Soul and Destroy very close in, so she called it off very quickly. So now we're back on. We've got a couple more. We've got Shellraiser back on. And we've also got Ashes to Smashes on for Potluck as your jammers. At the moment, there are 2 blockers in the bin for the Gold Coast team, so they only have 2 blockers on track right now. So it's going to be a challenge.
Oh, a bit of a hit there.
Yeah.
By Ashes to Smashes on the jammer line.
And it worked because she's gone through. She's now the lead jammer. Poor old Shell, she's still at the pack trying to work her way around. She's finally getting through, but yeah, that really took her by surprise, eh, Joey?
Yeah, that was quite a hit there to start off with.
We've seen some monster blocks already throughout this tournament. Some players getting airborne, getting knocked so hard.
Nearly getting knocked into the suicide seating there.
That's right. You've got to always be careful if you come to Derby. Potluck opening up that lead even further now. They're at 23 points. Gold Coast on 4. So got Kilojoule back out for Gold Coast. And we also have Candy Pain back
There's
on as well.
There's a ref in my way, so I can not there.
Yeah, I'm sort of dodging and weaving us around as well.
I'm sure the camera's got a better view than what we have. Up there nice and high.
Absolutely. And Candy Pain getting a shot to the nose there. Her hand went up there just to make sure that her nose was still attached to her head. And yeah, the blockers doing an absolutely monstrous job inside there. Kilojoule quite handily opening up for Lee Jammer. Only now, Candy Pain's getting through. She's getting a look from her bench as well, just making sure everything's all right. So that's a 4-point pass for Kilojoule. That's handy for Gold Coast. They need to get some points on the board. She calls it off before Potluck can get any points at all on that jam. Both teams just feeling each other out really at this point, just sort of getting an idea of what's going on. We now have a change on for The potluck team, we've got Natasha Scott Destroyer coming on as your jammer. So that's a bit of a change. Shellraiser back on for the Gold Coast. She's certainly, I think she's doing sort of every second jam at the moment, Joey.
Yeah, she's pretty popular when it comes to jamming.
And she can keep going as well. She's got awesome skills and great energy. And a bit of a dodge and weave at the back of there as well. She's faked out the potluck blockers, and she's gone through as lead jammer. That was a really good shake and bake. Just outfoxing the blockers there. Well done. Natasha Scott Destroyer still locked in behind Skaterpede there.
Siggy Gnarly just entering the track there after spending some time in the penalty.
Yep. So now all 4 blockers back on for Gold Coast. That's really handy at this point. And we've all 4 on as well. We're about to get back to 5-on-5. Natasha Scott Destroyer still trying to get through on her initial pass, I think. It's been really tough work.
Yes, that potluck wall is very strong. Great defense by the potluck team. And now only a 10-point difference on the scoreboard.
Gold Coast really taking advantage of that situation, able to rack up a few points. And a few more points getting at, and one more 5-point pass to Gold Coast being counted. So now their difference is only 5 points. Potluck 23, Gold Coast are 18. And we're nearly 10 minutes into the first half.
Skull and Destroy coming out for the potluck team.
We've got Killer Jewel as well for Gold Coast. Killer Jewel and Shellraiser doing most of the jamming for the Gold Coast at this point. They do have a few other people who are capable of jamming, but maybe these girls are just saying, nah, hand it to us. We want to do it. We want to get out there and do all the jamming. We want to get out there and make a difference.
Skull and Destroy there, making her initial pass, finding her way through the pack.
Killer Jewel also getting through, but she's lead jammer as well, so we'll see what she does here, what she wants to do. She has let the potluck jammer through. She wants to get some points on the board. And she does. She gets 4 points. Yep, and she calls it now. So the points evenly shared there, 4 each on that jam for Gold Coast and potluck.
Maybe not the best strategy there, holding off, but...
Well, you never know with this sort of thing. If your blockers can do a number and actually hold back the opposition, even if they're further ahead of you, and you get through easily, you've got an opportunity to go through, maybe collect another 4 points and then call off the jam. Didn't work on that occasion, so in this case, they sort of effectively zeroed each other out. So it's actually not too bad an idea for the Gold Coast team, try to claw back their way into this first half.
Candy Pain is out there for the potluck team.
And the jammer for Gold Coast has just hit the deck. She's just scraped herself off the floor. That's Skaterpede doing the jamming there. So that's a bit of a change. She usually does a lot of blocking. And 0 points for each team on that one. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bit of a hodgepodge of derby. Like, we've seen some really good, clean derby games so far. The first 2 games in particular come to mind today. But this seems to be a bit of a hodgepodge.
Yeah, it's...
I wouldn't call it dirty derby, but sort of slushy derby in a way. I know Psycho would appreciate that.
Yeah, she does love her slushies.
Yeah, I know. They see it coming at the cafeteria now at Mount Warren Rec Centre, and they know what to pour.
Shellraiser out there getting lead jammer again.
Yep, Kesamo for the potluck team still stuck in the pack. She's starting to work her way to the front, but once again, Blocker's doing a great job. She's currently being shirt-fronted by a pest living up to her name. That's a fantastic job Pest is doing. She's actually managed to get her all the way back. That's eating the baby and then, crapping it out the backside again. That's just absolutely massive blocking work from Pest. Let's see if her jammer can hold true. She's worked her way through for 5 points now, so that's great work. And Gold Coast have now hit the lead. They're up 32-27, so well done. It certainly made the difference, this jam. Oh, yes.
Big hit.
I think it was like half the players on the field there just getting absolutely... It was like dominoes.
Bit 10-pin bowling there.
I think you'd have to call that a spare. That was, that was lovely.
It's a shame we don't have Johnny here. He usually MCs for the Gold Coast team. He has to work this weekend, which is a shame. We're missing him, but I'm sure he is thinking about the girls.
Oh, I'm sure he is. I know he wishes he could be here.
Probably more than work.
Very much so. He may even have a chance to tune in on YouTube. So if you're watching Johnny Smash, we send out a big wave to you. Ziginali doing the jamming for Gold Coast up against Kesamo. She's back out again for potluck. And it's only because she's sitting down right now, I should say. So it's currently a power jam to Ziginali. She's worked her way through eventually. Ooh.
Oh, big hit on Ziggy there.
Yeah, she bounced off the back of that wall.
Ziggy, you can always tell by her beautiful dreads. Well kept.
So we've got Kesamo back on the field. And she's currently getting worked over by the blockers for Gold Coast. Excellent work going on there. They're just really working. Oh, that was massive.
That was a big hit.
Oh, that was soul and destroy. That was massive. Oh, love it. Love it, the passion and the hard hitting of this derby.
That's it. We've seen some really good hits this weekend so far.
Big hits. Some absolute classic hits going on. It's not just classic hits coming out of Honest Dave's laptop. They're being left on the track as well. So we've got Killer Jill back on for Gold Coast. And we've got a new it's 33. So
30.
that is Crazed Hayes.
Crazed Hayes. We haven't seen her jamming yet, have we?
No, I do believe this is her first. She's rocking the red hot pants as well, so she's easy to spot. And she is stuck at the back. Killer Jill skipped to the front very nicely. Picks up lead jammer, but Crazed Hayes.
Those red pants might be a bit of a target.
That is true. She does get through now. But Killer Jill very effectively works her way through on the outside line and gets 4 points and calls it off. So Gold Coast now really laying their claim. They've started to work into their groove, I'd say, Joey.
Yes, they're really finding their feet now. I think we'll see some of the best Gold Coast roller derby they have to offer now.
Yeah, things are starting to open up now. Gold Coast skipping out to a 22-point lead. Didn't take long, did it?
No.
So we got the frilly backside of Sick Note.
Sick Note.
And the number 2-4 here, which is Shellraiser again. So she's back on as your jammer. Getting involved in a bit of a pileup of Gold Coast at the back there.
There goes Sick Note, finds a way through to get lead jammer.
Good on her. Let's see if this potluck team can work their way back into it. Yep, very easy 4 points for her. Yep, calls it off. So no points there for Shellraiser. No points for Gold Coast.
We hope you're enjoying the coverage today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, coming at you live through the YouTubes.
The good thing about YouTube, you can watch it all again later.
That's right, every match is being archived, so that's great. We can watch it all later. Oz Roller Derby, of course, is the channel to see everything that you need to see. Whistle blows. We have Killer Jill back up, along with Nurse Devastator. Nursey is one of our co-commentators. You probably heard her on some of the live streams. She's out for the potluck team. And we're seeing some jammer action. It's block and shoulder and shoulder.
That's
face to face shirt front, and they're both down.
That probably didn't go either the way they both wanted it to, but
Mercy is on, and Killer Jill was lead jammer. She has been pinged for the penalty. She's got a smile on her face coming round though. Well, do love a bit of jammer on jammer, and I know the jammers love it too. So Nursey is able to work into a power jam situation. Let's see what she can do. She got absolutely slammed there.
Yeah, she's taken some big hits to try and find a way through the pack. She's going to have to earn these 5 points.
Yep, she got slammed there by the captain, Kat DeBrat, for Gold Coast Sea Bombers. But she's got the 5-point pass. Good on her. So the Potluck team able to work their way back. It's only 13 points now, the lead. With Killajill coming back onto the track right now, but there's no Lee Jammer anymore, so 45 seconds left to play in this jam. Both players have a chance to rack up some points. You can't call it, Nursey. You're not Lee Jammer. And she got nailed.
That may be not Lee Jammer. Take that.
No. Cornbread, of course, being one of the big blockers for the Sea Bombers, relished that opportunity to take out Nursey, shove her off to the side while she was trying to call it off. Kat DeBrat now holding her up.
Gold Coast always put on good bouts. I've been to one of their home bouts, had the privilege of co-commentating there. Very lovely people. Really got a good centre there. Great seating. It was a really good night.
Excellent stuff. Roller derby alive and well on the Gold Coast in beautiful Australia. If you have a chance to come up, make sure you like these teams on Facebook too if you get a chance. Potluck, I don't think, have a Facebook page.
No.
But Gold Coast certainly would. So like their page and you can keep up to date with when all the bouts are taking place and where. Get yourself down.
Someone that does have a few fans is the jammer, Skull and Destroy, for the Potluck team.
Killajill currently sitting out, so Potluck starting in a power jam. And she gets through very nicely. Just stomps her feet, pounds those legs, tiptoes her way through.
Tries to find the outside line, but gets shut down. Oh,
absolutely monstered there. I think that was Ziggy Gnarly there again. She's been absolutely doing it all. She's been jamming, she's been blocking, doing a great job. But she does get a few points. So Potluck now only 9 points behind, 46. Gold Coast still out ahead on 55. We are counting down to 10 minutes left in this first half.
That time has gone fast.
Yeah, certainly has today. I couldn't believe it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I was like, what?
Yeah,
How did that happen?
Since we've been here since 8:30, it has gone fast.
Well, some of you have been here since I got here like at 7:30 with the honest Dave this morning, just to get things open and the music cranking and everyone waking up.
Crank is out there for Potluck. First time we've seen her jamming.
Great stuff. They're cycling through their roster, which is good, keeping the fresh legs on track. But the jam is called very early. That was Shellraiser again. Just got through. Decided to call it off very early. Not even trying to get any points. We have Crazed Haze coming back for Potluck, and she is up against Semi Cyanide. I think that's Semi Cyanide's first jam today.
Now, if the Potluck is what didn't get in for the team for Tropicarnage, it shows you how much talent is in these teams for these girls not to make it. And that's the beauty about Potluck. It gives the girls another chance to get to Tropicarnage and play.
That's right. Some teams not able to send a full team through, but it's great that people show their commitment to the sport. And the competition also gave them an opportunity to play. Great stuff. It's a bit like commentating, really. You want to have a chance to, contribute to the sport and have some fun in the process. So Potluck's a bit like that too. Also, the refs and NSOs are all volunteers as well. Some have come from Adelaide, my hometown.
Yes.
There are 3 referee/NSOs who've made the trip up from Adelaide, and I think there are others from around Australia who've also come across for Tropicarnage, relishing this opportunity to get into the beautiful Queensland weather and sunshine.
We are honoured to have you here. It's been an honour to have you here, especially getting to be on the mic with you.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's also a pleasure just to, to meet you and to also have some fun. So, yeah.
Siggy Gnarly there going to the penalty bin.
Yep, she has been called for holding hands above her head too much.
That gives Ashes to Smashes a power jam.
And they need it too. Counting it down, they're still a number of points behind, so 8 points behind. But she's been called for cutting, so she's going to have a seat. I love the way we do this. We say, oh, this person's got a great opportunity, and they're in the bin. Okay.
It's a very fast-paced sport.
That's right. You blink it, and you'll miss it. So Ziginale back on. The pack is totally stationary.
She's got a minute to see what she can do. But only 30 seconds by herself, and then a minute. The full jam has got to go.
Oh, huge monster moving going on there. That is Pest living up to her name and nature again.
Ashes to Smashes entering the track again.
But Ziginale is through now for her initial pass. And Ashes to Smashes hits the bin again. I think that gesture meant I didn't do it. But that's a common gesture for people when they get a penalty, eh?
Yeah. That means Gold Coast will start off with a power jam in the next jam.
Well, let's see if she can rack up a few points. Yep, she does. Very easily gets past the walls there.
Extending that lead a bit more.
That's right. That was Skull and Destroy there. Oh, trying to get the butt in, but not able to get through. So that's used up the full 2 minutes. Or, yeah, no points because that was a cutting penalty on Ziginale. So she is now going to start.
We're getting a team time out there from Potluck.
That's right. And what that means is currently both jammers are now in the penalty box. So what that's going to mean is that when the whistle blows to start the next bout, there will be no jammer on track. But it will also mean that the Potluck jammer will just have that opportunity to come back on track and get things started. But it's going to look a bit weird just to get things going.
You may notice no stars out there to begin with.
And no movement either.
We've seen a few very slow starts. The jammer time whistle goes and then everyone stands still and you think, there's the whistle. And then suddenly they all take off and it's on again.
That's right. Psycho Dyko just panning through the crowd there. You can see a number of people here. Got a few hundred people here today in Mount Warren. So we're very grateful for everyone to come out, of course. They're enjoying some fine food and beverages, as well as the opportunity just to be part of this community of roller derby in Queensland and northern New South Wales. Tweed Valley, of course, working their way through to the final of Div 2 just before.
Yes.
So that was a very dominating win.
Tweed Valley have been training very hard for Tropicarnage. They've been picking up bouts nearly every second week if they can, if not black and white scrimmage.
Wow.
Yeah, they have really been training hard for Tropicarnage, and it has paid off in spadefuls.
Absolutely. So here we go, starting things off. So Gold Coast moving their pack right back, just so it takes Ashes to Smashes a long time to get onto the track. She has to go to the back of the pack to start moving through. And let's just see what happens. One of the dangers of doing that is that you can't get an effective wall together. And they've forced the cut, so well done. Ashes to Smashes has to sit down, and Ziginale can come back on and give herself a chance to make the... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I sure do.
I'm glad you do, because I don't. So Ziginale gets lead jammer, calls it off.
But no points.
Now this is probably an effective part of the strategy, just to start with a new jam, get someone else on the field, and in this case we've got Shellraiser, and someone who's got a lot of strength. So that's not a bad idea from Ziginale. She's done the hard work. She can have a short break.
And she will need it.
As we all will come halftime. The on-track announcers, Meat Biscuit and Raspberry Bullet, just giving Dave a bit of a serve. Dave is currently unconscious on the couch.
He's been working hard.
He has been working really hard. He's been coordinating all the announcers for this Tropicarnage.
And that's a wild bunched coordinator.
Absolutely. So he's been working really hard, and we are very thankful to Honest Dave. We've got Sick Note back on, so she's all suited up and ready to rock.
You can tell by those little frills on the panty there.
And Shellraiser's back on too. So two of the powerhouse jammers for this first half. And I think we've got an official timeout. We've got... we have an actual timeout called by the Gold Coast, so they're going to take a minute just to talk things over. There's 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Gold Coast have skipped out to a handy lead now. I think it's 23 points, so if my mathematics works well, which quite often it doesn't. My mathematics is sort of like, on the 1 + 1 = 3 variety. So they're back on track and just getting things sorted. No changes to their lineup team. I think they just wanted to work out what they were going to do for this, or try and do for this particular jam. Players still just whispering to each other. That is Kat de Brad, who's just whispered in the ear of another player there. That is the wrong whistle. It's good to see enthusiasm.
She was ready to go.
Oh, yeah. That's not the first time you've seen that, and it won't be the last either.
Let's see if Sick Note can keep up that encouragement and enthusiasm.
Oh, beautiful work by Gold Coast blockers. Pest monstering Sick Note to the outside. So Sick Note has to go back and try again. Meanwhile, Shellraiser is through. But, yeah, Sick Note got in the way there, so Shell got cleaned up.
Poor Sick Note taking a few big hits there.
Oh, yeah. And she's been forced back to the back as well, so she's being recycled like a pizza box on bin night right now. 5-point pass to Shellraiser. Very handy for Gold Coast as they seek to stake a claim on victory before halftime.
Estella Vista there going to the penalty box.
Oh, okay.
Did not see what for, but...
At the moment, just looking at the penalty board, it seems like one of the Gold Coast is on 5 penalties already. We can't see who that is from here. And a couple of the potlucks are on 4. So at least 3 players are on 4 fouls each. 4 penalties, I should say. That's my basketball coming through. So we'll have a check at this at halftime, Joey, and we'll have some news for all our viewers back home for the start of the second half, just who is in trouble.
So the NSOs and ref working hard this weekend. They've both been very busy with these bouts.
Right you are. And the jam ref has just decided an official timeout is going to get called. Refs just need a chance to work things out. Is Shellraiser backing it up after the SSRG versus RCRG bout? She may well be. Tragedy. So, yeah, some of these athletes, they just love to keep going. They can keep going all day if they want to. I mean, she may have used that as a warm-up for this.
Sammy Cyanide is out there with lead jammer for the Gold Coast. She's got Candy Payne hot on her tail.
Let's see what she can do. Oh, beautiful work. She lifted up her skate, took the inside line, and avoided the big block there as well. So very handy 4 points for GCRD. 91 points, plays 46. It would be certainly a psychological advantage for Gold Coast to get 100 points before halftime. Let's see what they can do.
Knowing Gold Coast, they will go for that. They will be happy to try and get 100.
And they've got the right people to do it. They have Razor up against Natasha Scott Destroyer. Scott Destroyer, of course, being one of the monster blockers as well, but she also is very habitable on a jam sock, a jam penny.
Shell Razor getting lead jammer.
Yep. Scott Destroyer, she got moved to the back there.
See if Shell Razor can get to this 100 mark in this jam.
Oh, she's finding it hard. She got absolutely cleaned up there and finding it very hard to get through the pack. But she's through now. So it looks like she just got 4 points and decided to call that one off. She actually got pretty banged up inside. Knocked a bit about like a pinball machine in there.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. No double scores, though, on that one. Hit it and quit it derby.
Yes, I see a lot of teams have been doing that strategy this weekend. Getting the points and calling it off.
But it's also good from a, you got to play at least 3 matches here. So the more you can cycle through, the more rest you get. It's not a bad idea. Crazed Hayes picking up lead jammer for Potluck. Potluck team cheering and waving her on. They wanted to get a few points.
Ziggy Gnarly's hot on her tail, though, and that is one skater you don't want hot on your tail. Ziggy Gnarly finds a way through.
But it was, it is a penalty to Crazed Hayes. So she's got to sit down. The game clock has expired, so we're just going to let the jam clock play out. I don't think there's going to be any lead jammer now.
Ziggy needs one more point to break that 100 mark.
She's being held up beautifully there. She's been tiptoed through the tulips. But I think a no pack was called, which means that the pivot for Potluck has been called. Yep. So she's going to go off to the penalty box. That is...
Crazed Hayes is just joining the track. Oh, takes a big hit and steps over and falls down herself. I think she might be called on that.
Or not. So no low block called there, but the refs are all over it. There may have been no mutual disadvantage, or no disadvantage, maybe it was a mutual thing. 22 seconds left. Zero for Potluck getting called to the sin bin. That's Glitzkrieg.
Oh, there we go. There's 2 Shell Razors.
Ah.
One from Gold Coast and one from SSRG, just spelt differently.
Oh, dear. So that's the halftime whistle. At the moment, Gold Coast are 109 points. Potluck are on 46. Gold Coast really working well in that second half of the first half. Able to work through from a deficit and open up a very handy lead, Joey.
Yes, they've been doing very well. They really pulled themselves together after a shaky start.
So they have a half time just to get the oranges out and work out what they're going to do for the second part. Potluck have all the work to do. We'll come back in about 9 minutes' time and see what happens.
You make sure you get to the toilet, get something to eat, and come back to your screen for the second half.
And we're back. So Joey Scar's been out. You may have just seen that on the YouTube there, but Joey's been out just to check what's going on. What's going on?
We got Killer Jewel from the Gold Coast Roller Derby team on 5 penalties. And in potluck, we got Ashes to Smashes on 5. We also got Cat DeBrat on 4. And Esther Las Vegas on 4.
Okay, so it's pretty evenly matched then, with only 2 players for each team in some sort of penalty trouble so far.
Oh, and Pest, also from Gold Coast on 4.
Okay, so some of the big names there. Because,
yeah, they're getting a bit close.
Well, Cat DeBrat's the captain, of course, for the Sea Bombers. But, Killer Jewel has also been one of their powerhouse jammers as well. So it could be a bit interesting.
It could take its toll in the second half of the Gold Coast.
Yeah, so it's probably a good thing that Gold Coast have worked up a bit of a league. If we lost Killer Jewel, Cat DeBrat, as well as Pest.
Especially, we saw in the cans, there 4 captains struck out. That was a curse, that sea. Anyone that got it struck out. So
yeah, and it also made a big difference in the North Brisbane game from early as well. They lost so many players they couldn't field a team. They had to forfeit the rest of the game. So
there's been a few penalties going around.
Yeah, but all that means is that the refs are calling everything
as
well they should, and they're being consistent with those calls. If you can't adjust, then you may lose it.
That's it. I think a lot of people, their refs kind of get a bit, for home bouts, they kind of let a little bit off, and then when you come to a big tournament where they're really strict on the rules, then you find out how many mistakes you're actually making.
That's right. So Natasha Scott Destroyer is out there, as well as Shellraiser. We'll call it Turtle. We've been corrected on YouTube, thanks to the comments there. So we'll call her Turtle, as her nickname is, just so we don't get confused between which shell we're talking about there. Also, thanks for the shout-outs to your teams on YouTube as well. Much appreciated. Yeah, Turtle's back in Lee Jammer. She has picked up a 5-point pass as well. So Gold Coast laying a claim early.
That's good. They just want to keep it clean in the second half.
But that's not good, because that is the captain. That is Cat DeBrat. She is sitting down. That's going to be number 5.
Number 5. That's two of their players now on 5.
And there's Turtle sitting down, so she has put Scott Destroyer into a power jam. Only 2 blockers on for Gold Coast at the moment, but you've got Pest and you've got Cornbread, 2 of the big and experienced blockers for Gold Coast out there. They're making it hard. And also Skater Pete's come back on as well. So if you want blockers, those are 3 girls you want to have doing it for you. Look at Skater Pete there. She is really making it hard for Scott Destroyer to get past it all. Everyone's back on track now. We're back to 5 on 5. Scott Destroyer picking up the 5-point pass. And 5 points as well for Turtle. And Jammer on Jammer.
Just a bit of a cheeky nudge there.
Yeah, I think Scott Destroyer didn't really want to be part of that. And Scott Destroyer trying for a star pass there. And the Gold Coast blockers wise to her moves. They have nestled her in. And she couldn't get the pass off to her pivot in time. So, yeah, very effective first jam for the Gold Coast Roller Derby Sea Bombers.
Raised Hayes coming out there for the potluck team.
Fantastic. And Killer Jewel back on. She's on 5 penalties. The captain, Cap DeBrat for the Sea Bombers, still sitting down. She's still on 5.
That's it. That's the one you got to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen.
Killer Jewel danced to the outside, went to the inside and back to the outside again. She's found a way through. Yep. And she has danced away to Lee Jammer. The bright red pants of Crazed Hayes getting held up just a moment there, but now she's through, but not Lee Jammer. Getting the wind up for the team. Keep going, keep going.
Bit more love there for Gold Coast on the chat. That's what we like to see.
Killer Jewel did a nice little move there. This little pirouette, got her hips past and called it off straight away so she can get 4 points.
Candy Payne out there for the Potluck team.
And we have Turtle out there again. And off they go. Little shoulder from Turtle.
Oh, that's some nice work there by Candy Payne.
Yeah, she is through. She got a really nice little bit of help from Sick Note.
Show Razor takes out Candy Payne.
Massive. Now she is lead hammer. She should call it off and does. Doesn't let Turtle get any points.
That was a bit of a hit there. That was a bit of jammer on jammer action that pulled off.
It's interesting watching the Potluck team. They're not really keen for the jammer on jammer.
No.
So it's interesting watching that. The Gold Coast.
Yeah, they love it.
they're up for it, man. We certainly love it. Love watching it here, and I hope you're loving watching it on YouTube at home, or at work, or wherever you are.
Someone might be at work with the volume turned down a little low.
The headphones plugged in.
Yeah.
Boss is out of the office. Hey, let's watch some derby. Kesamo for Potluck, Killer Jewel for GCRD. And both jammers getting locked up inside there. It's really hard going. Oh, nice work from Cat to Brat. She got forced Kesamo to the outside just as she got lead jammer.
She has to be careful though.
Of course she does. But Kesamo ending up face first on the ground, so...
it's a good move, paid off.
And yeah, called it.
As long as you can do it properly, you're good.
You're talking about calling off the jam, aren't you? I'm just making sure about that. Okay, no worries. Turtle out again with Crazed Haze.
See those red pants.
Meat Biscuit is going sick on the commentating. I hope you've enjoyed listening to him on YouTube as well. Honest Dave is just shaking his head. Meat Biscuit is certainly in his element with a live crowd.
That's it. He loves a potluck team, Meat Biscuit.
He does enjoy them, especially when they get into lead jammer like Crazed Haze has done. So that's excellent work from the potluck team, getting their girl out in front.
Just looking at that scoreboard, Gold Coast on 133 to Potluck 63.
Oh, and Turtle went straight past. So she's cleaned up 4 points. And how many points for Potluck there? 4 as well. So the spoils were shared. It is a 70-point lead now for the Sea Bombers. So they have been very effective at opening up that lead. The benchy for Potluck coming out, handing the pivot panty. But we have Sick Note lining up with Sammy Cyanide.
You can hear the crowd really getting fired up over this bout.
Oh, and beautiful, beautiful block there. That was Skull and Destroy again for the Potluck team. She's really been laying out some big blocks there, doing very well.
Sick Note taking a few hits there before finding a way through the pack.
Yep, that was Ziggy Gnarly again, doing a lot of damage.
Ziggy Gnarly is a real all-round player. She can do everything.
And lovely work there from Sick Note. She dodged and weaved and turned and parried and span her way through. Picks up a handy 5 points. Sammy Cyanide currently sitting out. So the power jam is in effect right now. But she's coming back on the track. She has to skate away all the way around to the back though. And that was very good work by the Potluck team.
Yeah, Sick Note, very well done.
So they've clawed it back. It's now a 60-point lead. 10 points clawed back on that one. Potluck 77. Sea Bombers 137. We are at 21 minutes 50 odd seconds left to go in this bout. Coming up next, we're going to have a game, I guess. We've got to get updated on our details here as well. Kesamo and Turtle going head to head. And it looks like Jam has been called, so that was Kesamo. She got Lee Jammer, and she's been called for the cut, so she's got to sit down. The benchy for the Gold Coast doing that double fist pump, which means power jam.
For the Turtle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful wall from the Potluck team. Doesn't hold her back, though. And she's come around again, coming up to the back. Once again, big shoulder getting thrown. And trying to hook her back, but to no avail. Another 5 points. So that 10-point clawback on the last jam has been totally erased by the Sea Bombers. We're back out to a 70-point lead. Captain for Potluck, that is Dirty Lil Secret. She's been sent to the penalty box. And Turtle's been sent to the penalty box as well. So this is a 5-point pass for Kesamo, and Potluck have another chance to clean up in the remainder of this jam. See what she can do.
So far, everyone's kept it pretty clean and no one has been sent off.
That's what we hope for.
That's what we like to see, even though we've seen a lot of it through this Tropicarnage Cup.
Well, Tropicarnage by name.
Tropicarnage by nature.
Absolutely. Now that's the end of that jam. So Potluck clawing back a couple of points there. We're at 87 points. GCID 154.
Scott Destroyer coming out for the Potluck team.
Currently the jam is standing up in the box for GCID, so she'll be back on very shortly. Shell's got to watch herself. She could be on quite a number of penalties now as well.
Great work there by Scott.
Yeah, got through very quickly.
Turtle also getting through on an initial pass.
Our own player. That was
football.
legs and skates in the air.
Bit of tackling there more than anything.
And getting yelled at by her team. She's going to keep going. Most people would have done a hit and quitted there, but gave Turtle a chance to come through on the inside and get 4 points. Meanwhile, Scott Destroyer is still stuck in the pack. I'm not sure that Scott Destroyer realised she was Lee Jammer there.
No, not unless she thought she could get through and make it even 4, but no, I'm not sure what the strategy was there, but...
I think maybe there could have been some miscommunication. There was a lot of yelling going on from the sidelines there, probably just trying to get her to call it off.
Yeah, teammates were trying to tell her to call it off, but...
Yeah, you've got to communicate clearly. Communication is a key element.
We'll see how Candy Payne does out there for Potluck.
Ziggy Gnarly for the Sea Moms. And already Candy Payne's been forced off to the outside by that girl again, Pest. It was nice to see Pest singing along to the Poison that was being played at halftime. Gold Coast Sea Bombers doing their warm-up and shaking their booties to a bit of Talk Dirty to Me. Ziganali, Lee Jammer. And the pivot, Crazed Hayes, is being sent off to the sideline. She's got 30 seconds to sit down. NSO's keeping very careful track of the penalties at this point. A number of players have racked them up, so got to make sure everything is being done absolutely correctly. They communicate very well. to the refs as well. No problems there. Refs also communicate very clearly with the scorers too. Been very few sort of scoring controversies so far in this tournament, so it means everything's going very well from that point of view.
Yes, it does.
Kilojoule back on the track. She's in a power jam to start things off. And got absolutely cleaned up there. Oh, that was lovely. The Sea Bomber bench right now is shaking their groove thing. I'm not sure what's going on there. They should be concentrating on the game. They don't want to get too cocky.
No, not. Oh, a bit of a hit there. But Candy Pane stays upright.
And that was the Stiffmeister hitting the floor, but she's back up again.
Candy Pane is on her initial pass now.
Kilojoule pirouetting, stays in track so she doesn't get called the cut. Calls it off. Another 4 points to the Sea Bombers. So that's now 86 points now the lead. So, yeah, Sea Bombers now firmly staking their claim halfway through the second half. We're heading towards 15 minutes left to go. Potluck team trying hard, working hard, just not able to get the jammer through. Whistle blows. Skull and Destroy is wearing the sock for the Potluck team. Turtle.
Few big hits there going on.
Yeah.
Shellraiser gets through, or Turtle gets through.
Yeah, Pest and Cat for the Sea Bombers. Really doing a great number there on Skull and Destroy. So it's 90 points now. So very firmly in the favour of the Sea Bombers now.
Yes, they just need to hold it off on these last 40 minutes and they should be right.
Cosimo lining up for Potluck. She's going to be up against Kilojoule. A few people sitting in the penalty area. The penalty party continues.
Kilojoule getting lead jammer there, as you can all see.
Cosimo's finally worked her way through for her initial pass, getting held up by Ziganali.
Yeah, Kilojoule gets away with 4 points and calls off the jam.
Timeout being signalled by the Potluck bench. They want a bit of a chance to talk it over, and they get their wish. Refs on it, as they have been all tournament long. They've also signalled for an official review, so the Benchy and the captain making their way to the middle for the Potluck team. So the captain and Benchy for Gold Coast also making their way up, just so they can hear what's going on, and the reason why that the Potluck team wish to have a chat.
Sister Mercy is ahead NSO for this bout, so she's going to have her work cut out for her with all those penalties.
Yeah, Blues sheets starting to fill up. It seems like from here only, there are 2 players for Potluck on 6 penalties, and there are 5 players for Blue with 5 penalties each. So just from what I can make out by squinting my eyes, can't make out the team numbers, the player numbers, sadly. But looks like Gold Coast Sea Bombers have been able to keep the penalties in check from half time.
Oh, what have we?
At the moment, they're just waiting for the results. So the refs are currently talking it over. Let's see what the refs have to say.
What's going on? Oh, wait a second. I'm not talking. Yeah, you got to talk. Get into it. No, black team are reviewing
Rubik's Krug coming over from the penalty.
Now, black team is just recalling a review against the blue jammer. There has still been no result as yet. Still discussing. Rubik's Krug will come back and tell us the go in the near future.
That was Meat Biscuit giving us
Meat Bixit, yes.
giving us an update there. A bit of tongue tie there.
We've been talking too much. So we'll just wait to hear what the answer is regarding the result. And looks like Rubik's is coming back, so we'll hear what that is.
Yeah, welcome back, Rubik's Krug. After review, the refs found that the no call was actually correct. There was no forearms there, so it'll stay as no call.
So it's staying no call, so that's the result there. And the head ref is currently explaining that to all players. So it looks like the status quo has been maintained, Joey.
Yes, everyone on their best behaviour for this second half.
Yeah, once again, fairly clean derby, which has been good to see, even though the pack's been a bit of a mess at times. Bit of a dog's breakfast.
Yeah, there's been some big hits and some messy hits out there, but
not too much in the way of official review, so that's good. Some love being shown to Dirty Little Secret, I think that is. Yep, so she's pulled on the jammer sock and Turtle back on for the Sea Bombers. So the Sea Bombers staying to their plan.
Dirty must have a few fans out there.
Oh, why the hell not? She's an awesome person and a great skater. It is a 5-point pass to the Sea Bombers, though. And she's just gone through again, another 5-point pass. It is very, very, very easy for them. Dirty Little Secret getting called for the cut track penalty, so she's going off. Kesamo also sitting down for potluck, so not too many players on, only 3 left.
And Turtle puts Gold Coast over the 200 mark.
Oh, hey.
The Sea Bombers bomb their way into the 200 mark.
But
Yeah.
a back block being called. So Turtle is, I suspect, on 6 penalties now. And yep, so the referee's not coming over to escort her out. So I suspect that was her 6th penalty. And gosh, look at that wall. It is massive for the Sea Bombers. They are just monstering the Little Secret. She cannot get past for her initial pass at all. That's Pest again doing the damage. Just absolutely shirt-fronting her. And the captain, Cat, as well. Absolutely doing a rip-roaring job inside there. They've really got the number of potluck. And it spells bruising.
Turtle finding a way through again, another 5.
So Shell is saluting the crowd, getting called out by Meat Biscuit. And why not? She skated a really good jam. Kilojoules managed to come out in the jammer, but not wearing a panty on her head. You gotta wear the star panty if you're going to play jammer position. You'll get in a lot of trouble otherwise.
Yeah. Especially by your own teammates.
That's right. And especially if you're in a power jam like this is. Oh, dear.
Oh, she finds a way around the outside, Kilojoule.
Crazed Hayes getting called for a penalty there. She's sitting down.
Kilojoule just had her foot on that outside line. She just kept it in there.
Oh.
It was close.
You got the good angle there, Joey, so well done. Good call. 5-point pass to Kilojoule. And Dirty Little Secret's back on track for Potluck, trying for her initial pass. She's been forced out on the outside. She's got to go back, try it all again. Killer Jill just keeps going around and around and around, racking up 5-point pass after 5-point pass. Dirty Little Secret getting through, but
No points.
no points, out of time. So we're counting it down. We're under 10 minutes left to go in this bout. It's just a matter of how much the Sea Bombers are going to win by, I would say.
That's it. But they still have everything to play for.
Oh, they've got to play for a lot of pride, and they certainly don't want to go down without a fight, that's for sure.
No, that's it.
They've come to play, so they will play.
And the Sea Bombers always play to that final whistle.
Yeah,
they
look
never
at
take
that.
it easy.
Look at that. They're just getting monstered again. That was the stiff Meister there, just absolutely bending her shoulder and laying it into the chest of Nurse Devastator. But
Nurse-
she got called the penalty.
Nurse
Nursey,
Devastator.
yep, she just got forced onto the inside there, so she's got to go back, try again. And she's through now. Right, Killer Jill says nope. No, that was Turtle actually, says nope.
Sea Bombers putting on some big hits.
Yeah. Oh, Crazy Hayes back on. She's loving the chance to get out there. Killer Jill still racking up the jams. When we count up the stats at the end of this tournament, you'd have to count Killer Jill up for like top 5, I reckon, with the
Yeah.
number of jams that have been played.
Yeah, she's been out there a lot.
And very quickly through the inside gets Lee Jammer.
And she doesn't look flustered. She just keeps on skating like, yeah, this is my...
She could probably skate all the way home.
Yeah. She might just skate it here. Just save the parking. Just skate right up to the front door.
Oh, why not? It's a good workout.
So, Killer Jewel is on a power jam.
It's like Crazed Hayes sitting down, has to sit out 30 seconds again. She's up on her feet though, she's ready to come back in, but Killer Jill. Oh,
That's some beautiful work getting through that pack.
she just sliced through that like a razor blade through paper, that one.
She
That
just
was
finds that
amazing.
gap.
Yeah. Amazing jamming. Well done. Now Gold Coast really making a claim here. It's a shame that they lost their first game. Otherwise, you'd be thinking, hey, these guys are a shoo-in for the final.
Yeah, you would.
The structure of this tournament means that, you know, if you lose your first game, that's it, folks. So it's not like a round-robin thing. It's elimination. But because people make the trip down, they always get a second game at least.
Shell Razor again there through, getting lead jammer. Candy Payne still trying to find a way through that Sea Bomber wall.
Yeah, that's rough.
Rough seas.
Very rough seas. So Turtle calls that off again. Just hit it and quit it derby at this point. They're just cycling through. Everyone's coming out, then taking a quick rest, and then they're getting another team on.
With only 6 minutes left on the board, we'll see how far the Sea Bombers can get.
Killer Jill back on. And we have, it looks like, What's It To Ya? Yeah. What's It To Ya is going to line up as a jammer for the potluck.
First time this afternoon.
Hey, why not? Give it a go. Get absolutely killed by Sammy Cyanide, though, off the track on the inside.
Trying to find a way on the outside and keep on getting knocked out there.
Yep, that was Pest that time, and Pest very quick on the recycle. Goes all the way back. So she's got to try again. Killer Jill in lead jammer right now. And Pest being sent off.
Oh, what's it to ya?
Also being sent off. That was a cut track penalty. I know. She just gave us all a gesture
Yeah,
like,
I hope everyone saw that expression.
who are who, me? Dear. Quiet Riot there hitting the floor as well. She's been working in and out, doing a lot of blocking, so good on Quiet Riot. She has been putting her body on the line all through this bout for Potluck.
Quite right. You can tell she has a good taste of music.
So we have the Stiffmeister lining up for her first jam. Looks like Gold Coast are just busy giving everyone a shot. Stiffmeister, of course, has been one of the power blockers.
Getting taken out there, though.
Yeah,
Bit of a sandwich for her.
exactly. And the Potluck just say, welcome to the track. Boom. Hest about to make her way back onto the track. Just steps inside. She's at the back of the pack. And getting ready to welcome What's It To You back on the track as well. 5-point pass to the Stiffmeister. Oh, there is some cute little moves going on there. Smiles between Potluck and Gold Coast. Two players heading to the bench, and I don't know if there was anything going on off track there, but it was certainly in good spirits. Ziginali also joining the penalty party.
Five points there to the Sea Bombers. None to Potluck.
Yeah, the score really is immaterial now. Just counting it down, we're heading towards 3 minutes left to go in the second half.
Be good to see Potluck just break that 100 mark. It'd be good.
It would be nice. Coming up next, we are going to have the Coastal Assassins Roller Derby taking on Sun State Roller Girls. Sun State absolutely dominating their first game.
And I'm sure the second one will be very interesting. Sun State have came here to win. There's
did.
some really good players in there. So it's going to be very interesting. You'll notice a lot of people playing for the Australian team.
Yep.
Some well-known names.
Yep, Sun State coming second at TGSS Div 1 this year and taking it to VRDL in the final. VRDL, if you haven't heard the news, have made it through to the final in the WFDA Championships. They won their match this morning, so they're playing tomorrow. But we certainly hope you'll tune in to us as well. The Derby doesn't stop this long weekend.
No, it's a derby-packed weekend.
Cat is going ballistic on the sideline there. I don't know what that was. It's a bit of jazz hands.
We have another special guest.
Nurse Dominator coming back.
Everyone was very excited with those few Potluck points they got there.
Absolutely. And why not?
Only 5 more and they can break that 100 mark.
Let's hope so. One player has just fouled out.
It looks like there's a couple of fouls. It looks like there's a foul out for each team there.
2 foul outs.
Crazed Hayes being one of them.
Semi-cyanide.
Oh, that's a shame. Didn't really know Sammy Sinai was in a heck of a lot of trouble. We did see a few penalties, but...
Yeah, she must have been 2 at once.
Oh, there you go. The bench is quite full at the moment with, looks like 2 Gold Coast and 1 Potluck sitting down. Or is it not? Nope, coming back on. So 2 each now for the teams.
I'm sure there's a lot of people on that 6 penalty mark.
Pocahontas is lining up as jammer for the Sea Bombers for her first one. Haven't seen much of Pocahontas in this game, to be honest.
But she just did a little butt shake there, so she must have known we were talking about her. I'm sure everyone saw that online.
2 very similarly built players here, so let's see what they can do. A lot of dodging and weaving going on, and it's Nurse Dominator that gets through. Pocahontas getting caught behind the Potluck blockers. So well done, getting forced out.
Let's see if Nurse can find a way through. There she goes.
does.
5 points. She's broken the 100 mark.
Lovely work for the Potluck team, and she saluted the crowd on the way past. She knew that was special.
And the crowd really got behind her.
Excellent stuff. Pocahontas has also come through. We're back
Oh!
to 5 on 5, and Nurse Domino getting absolutely cleaned up by her own player.
Straight in.
That was Scott Destroyer. You're supposed to destroy the opposition, not your own jammer.
Anyone will do.
I guess so. It gets to that point in the game, you don't really mind. Well, maybe all they're thinking about now is a nice cold beverage
Yeah.
and a bit of cold ice on the sore bits.
It's good to see the teams having fun, though.
Absolutely.
That's what roller derby's all about.
I would agree. Skater Pete's lining up in jammer for the Sea Bombers. All the block is getting a shot now. And we've got Ashes to Smashes for the Potluck team as well. So
Now, she's on, I think she's on 6 now, is she? I think 6.
I don't think they care now.
Yeah.
We're at a minute.
Well, with
and
a
half.
minute left on the board, minute and a half.
Yeah, it's not like the last, the Northern Brisbane game where it was like about 5 or 6 minutes to go and we couldn't even get a team.
Yeah.
So
I think it might just be, I think we might have a few interesting minutes ahead of us.
yeah, a couple of interesting matchups. Hopefully, we may just only have one more jam, but hopefully we'll get at least another couple in. It's nice to see Centipede having a go. Skater Pete, I should say.
Alright, so we have 51 Skater doing her first jam.
Oh, a bit of a panty throw there.
Yeah, the pivot's already in the box, so actually on the field. So we had 2 pivots for a second for the Sea Bombers.
Sometimes 2 isn't better than 1.
Skater Pete getting a knock to the face. She is on her knees.
We take a knee.
Nope, she is not happy. She got a knock to the mouth there, so they're going to call for the St. John's.
They've got to work out this weekend.
They certainly have. They've been called out almost every single bout for something. But yeah, that was not a nice knock to the
No.
face of Skater Pete. Lining up for her first jam as jammer, and you consider you dish out the blocks, but she took a pretty fierce one there. No, she's just getting help to her feet.
The crowd gives her a bit of a clap there, a bit of support.
But
Just
yeah.
checking her teeth, I think.
Well, all these players wear mouth guards, of course, but even so, you get knocked to the mouth, and yeah, that's going to jolt through. But she is making her way off. She is on her knees again and just sitting down quietly in the back corner there of the Sea Bomber areas. She does look okay, but yeah, shaking her head just a little bit. They're probably just shaking out the cobwebs there. So we are definitely going to have one more jam. We have 2-4. It's that girl again, Turtle.
Ashes to Smashes out there for Potluck.
Hopefully we'll get a nice, clean, full jam to finish off. Whistle blows and they're off again.
Oh, a
And
bit of a
nice.
hit. Getting
Yeah.
recycled to the back of the pack.
And that was quiet riot there. She did use the forearms to push into the back of Turtle, so she's off. And Turtle is also off. She cut the track, so it's a power jam to Potluck.
No.
We'll see if they've decided, well, they'll have to play it out. But, yep, Ashes to Smashes is lead jammer, so she has the opportunity to call it off if she wants to. Oh, Pest cleaned up a referee on the way through. Hopefully that was, I'm pretty sure that was accidental. The referee's back on his feet naturally, so the clock's wound down. We're just waiting for the jam clock to play out. It's a minute left on the jam clock. And she's just racking up the 5-point passes now, Ashes to Smashes. Turtle's back on the court, and it's been called, so unofficial final is 273 for the Sea Bombers. Potluck
Sitting on
racking up
100.
another 4 points, so they'll be on 116 very likely. Yep, they're or 3 points. Sorry, so it's 115 for Potluck. So very comprehensive victory to Gold Coast in the end. Well deserved.
I think very well played. But good work for Potluck, you know, coming
Absolutely.
together as a team that hasn't really jammed much before together. They've really done well.
Exactly, and this is where you got the skills to pay the bills. You just got to make it work together, and certainly combining for 115 points is no mean feat. So well done to them.
Yes, very well done. You can hear the crowd going wild there for the Sea Bombers.
And the Potluck team coming out to the referees to give them a high five and say thank you. Sea Bombers got quite the chant going on there. They're all smiles. Very happy team. So as you can see on the video, Sea Bombers are going to come out.
Number 16, Kilojoule, 20, semi-cyanide, 24, Shellraiser, 28.
We'll just do a quick call out of the Sea Bombers as they are about to come out and lay some high fives down on the team. 16 Kilojoule, 18 Double D, 20 Semi-Cyanide, 22 Cat de Brat, 24 TMNT Shellraiser, 28 Cornbread, number 5 Poker Hot Ass, 51 Skaterpede, 53 Pest, 69 Luscious Lucy, and S89 the Stiffmeister, bench managed by Noisy Boim and Napalm.
Why you at it? Why don't you do the Potluck?
Thanks, buddy. Might as well. 0 Glitzkrieg, 006 What's It To Ya, 2U Dirty Little Secret, 203 Peacekeeper, 29 Crank, T2 Estela Vista, 33 Crazed Haze, 37 Kessimo, 4L Skull and Destroy, 57 Quite Right, number 7 was Candy Pain, 8008 Natasha Scott Destroyer, 981 Ashes to Smashers, 983 Nurse Devastator, and NVM3 Sick Note. They were managed by Peacekeeper and Ebola.
It has been a pleasure to call this game with you, Pants.
Well done, Joey. It's been great to have a chat with you too. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
We've appreciated all your notes that have come up on the page throughout the stream. Stick around. It's going to be Sun State. It's going to be Coastal Assassins.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of people watching that one.
Oh yeah, come back in about 20 minutes time for that, guys.
See you then. It has been a pleasure to call this game with you, Pants.
Well done, Joey. It's been great to have a chat with you too. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
We've appreciated all your notes that have come up on the page throughout the stream. Stick around. It's going to be Sun State. It's going to be Coastal Assassins.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of people watching that one.
Oh yeah, come back in about 20 minutes time for that, guys.